Hi everybody, I'm the DojoFitKid and welcome back to my dojo. As you can see, we have another special guest with us today. This is my nutritionist and my overall fitness coach for as long as I can remember. Everybody, this is Anthony Honor of Honor Fitness Burlington. Thank you for coming and welcome to my dojo.
Thank you, Hunter. It's a pleasure to be here. How can I help you today?
Well, this is my dilemma. I just broke into the even higher weight class again, which means my competition will be bigger and stronger than me again. And trust me, I have to face some of them already. They're a whole new level kind of beast. Okay, Anthony, this is where you come in. I need you to make me jiu-jitsu super strong. Can you show me what to do?
Of course I can. Follow me. Hi everybody. Today we're going to go through 5 exercises that are going to help Hunter with his jiu-jitsu. Because Hunter's new to weight training, we're going to build some foundations because it's very important that we walk before we run. So the first exercise today is going to be the Goblet Squat. Now before we start, there's a few things we need to do to get our body set. First, we want our feet stable, even, and approximately shoulder width apart. When you're holding the dumbbell, you are going to hold it as you would hold a goblet. Keep that dumbbell very close to your chest with your head up, shoulders retracted, and chest out. Okay, Hunter, show us how to do this. So it's very important to keep a neutral spine when you're doing this exercise. And most important is to keep your heels on the ground. It is a hip hinging movement, so the hips are going to flex and then extend back to starting position. Go ahead. So as you can see, Hunter's back is nice and straight. I call this crown to coccyx alignment, which means top of the head to the lower back. And Hunter's doing a great job of keeping this dumbbell close to the chest. If it starts to fall away, you will lean over and you will start putting pressure on your lower back. Okay, great job, Hunter.
Thank you.
The second exercise today is going to be the single leg deadlift. Now why this is so amazing for jiu-jitsu is that it really builds lower back strength, glute strength, and hamstring strength, while also core control and balance. Now this is another hip hinging exercise where your hips are going to flex as well as your knees a little bit, and your hips are going to come back into an extension similar to the Goblet Squat. So Hunter's going to show us how to do this exercise. So it's very important to keep that spinal alignment that we talk about, that straight line from the top of the head to the lower back. Secondly, you want to avoid any twisting of the shoulders. That'll get you out of balance and that will take away the benefit this exercise has to your hip. And lastly, you want to keep a nice, evenly distributed weight pattern on your foot so you're not tipping forward or backwards while you're doing the exercise. Exercise number 3 is the Turkish Get Up. Now this exercise is the #1 exercise for jiu-jitsu. It provides core strength, shoulder mobility, as well as balance. And what makes it so amazing is that because you start from your back on the ground, it makes your body create forces that no other exercise can do. It's really like you're being squished on the ground in side control and you have to get up. So if you roll, this is an exercise you have to do. Okay, let's see it. So the one key thing is this dumbbell will always be pointed to the ceiling, and that's where it stays throughout the whole motion. So what Hunter's going to do is lean to the side and pop himself up first. Okay, hips up, Hunter. This is where the core strength and balance comes in. Okay, step through and up. And now we want to reverse this motion and get back down to the ground, safely and under control. You want to try it one more time?
Yeah.
So he's doing a pretty good job of keeping that dumbbell always pointed upwards to the ceiling. Good work.
Thank you.
Okay, the fourth exercise today is the lat pull. Now this exercise is a precursor to the pull-up, which is extremely difficult for most people to do properly. So we're gonna work with Hunter today on the lat pull. The technique is somewhat similar. So this exercise is great for shoulder retraction, obviously lats and biceps as well. So a few things to get set that are important is how to grab the bar. So generally you want a nice V shape with your arms, not too wide, not too narrow. Make sure your head is up, even tilted back a little bit, just so the bar is not hitting you in the face while you're doing this exercise. It's important that the shoulders do come up, but you keep tension in that area and not just release and let the shoulders fly up. So when you're pulling down, you're gonna drive the elbows straight down. Okay, do that, Hunter, for me. You're gonna make sure you get a nice squeeze and hold at the bottom. Okay, well let's grab the bar and let's give this one a shot. So the reason that I like this exercise so much, kneeling on the ground, is because it incorporates the core as well. So as I said, it's important to keep the head up a little bit so Hunter isn't hitting himself with the bar. And the other very important thing is to keep the chest out and not have it buckle in. If it buckles in, you are not recruiting the muscles that you need to be. So just all the way up, Hunter, a little bit. Let those shoulders come up a bit. Keep the tension there. And now retract the shoulder blades and pull back down. There we go. Try a couple more for me. So we're doing this very slowly just to get the effect here. And just make sure that chest isn't buckling inwards. Okay, one more. All the way up. Okay, I think that's pretty good.
Thank you.
All right. Exercise number 5 today is the bottoms up press with a kettlebell. Now this exercise is one of the most challenging upper body ones that you can do. The reason I love it for jiu-jitsu is because of the shoulder strength, the core strength, and the wrist and forearm strength that it provides. So before we start, there's a couple of things you want to do to get set. Number 1, for me, always a nice base with your feet for your balance. You want your head up, chest out, so that spine is nice and straight. When you lift this kettlebell up, it is extremely important that you have a really, really tight grip here. That way the kettlebell isn't falling one way or the other. You can hit yourself in the head with this if you're not careful. Also, elbow in front of the shoulder, pretty much throughout the whole movement. Because as you are pressing, you don't want that elbow moving in and out. You could get a shoulder injury. And secondly, you want to avoid any leaning. Obviously, when you have a weight on one side, the body might want to tip a little bit. Sometimes I even hold my other arm out because that just shows me if I'm moving a little bit. So Hunter's going to show us how to do this exercise here. So you want to make sure when you're driving up, full extension of the elbow joint. You don't want to start working the tricep or anything too much. Okay, so you want a nice extension and you want to control on the way down. If you're moving too quick, that's when that kettlebell is going to start wobbling and potentially falling on you. Okay, keep your core tight, Hunter. And that's what's going to keep that balance as well in your body. So you're doing a pretty good job. It's natural maybe for that kettlebell to shake a little bit. But as long as it's not tipping, you're good. Okay, that looked pretty good. Nice work. Okay, that's it for today. Thanks for watching, everybody. This was just an introduction into phase 1 of Hunter's weight training. This obviously will be incorporated into a program with specific sets and reps. So Hunter, how do you feel after all of that?
Tired.
Okay, you did really well. So let's head back to the dojo.
Let's do it. Wow, those are some pretty cool exercises, and I can't wait to feel the results. And thank you for joining me today, Anthony, in my dojo. It was a pleasure, and you're always welcome back.
Thanks, Hunter. It was my pleasure, and I can't wait to show you phase 2.
Sounds good. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video. Please leave a like and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And don't forget to that notification bell. And I'll see you all in my next video.